Peru is South America's third largest country, divided into 3 distinct geographic regions. Its capital, Lima, is on the Pacific Ocean near an earthquake-prone area, surrounded by the driest desert on Earth. The very high mountainous region is marked by the splendor of the Andes. Here the view is breathtaking. Its lakes, rivers, mountains and valleys, the color of its people, proud descendants of the mighty Inca. On the east side, the rainforest lies quiet, the heartbeat of the Amazon, its 4,000 miles stretching from Peru through Brazil to the Atlantic, an ecosystem largely untouched by man. But beneath the surface of its beautiful geography lies a country in pain. These pictures do not capture the utter filth and odor of this place, the devastating effect that extreme poverty has on the self-image of these children is hard to imagine, as they bring a certain innocence to life, even here, amongst the sewage, excrement, and garbage. As people migrate to the big cities in search for a better future, they find little work and are forced to do the unthinkable, putting their own children onto the streets, where they sell their small bodies in exchange for food and drugs to stay awake and on the move. Piranhas, man-eating fish, loathed and expendable, hunted and forgotten. Many die of pneumonia during the damp winter months. Some overdose, and others are caught and tortured by police. There is something being done for these children. 20 years ago, a group of Scripture Union volunteers responded in faith to this need by venturing into Lima's inner city in search for boys rejected and despised, abused, and left to die. Initial contact was easy and the recipe simple: food, football, and a kind word to bring them out of hiding and into the plazas and markets. Then patience, prayer, and a plan, often spreading over many years as a slow, one-on-one, long process. Change for our boys is a complete overhaul, which can't be done in groups and in masses. We want God to change them, and we've seen this happen, but we need to look at each child separately, much as you would with your own children. It is a long-term process, difficult and deliberate, to bring a child to where we want him, and that is to have a personal encounter with Jesus Christ. The time comes when a boy is ready to move out of the city. He leaves the downtown center and moves to Kauai, south of Lima, on the beach. Here we run camps for children of all conditions, which is linked to our schools work, our program for the deaf, and our ministry to street boys. In addition to using our facilities, we rent them out and use the revenue to support and expand our work in Peru. While Kauai serves as a camp on the coast, Gimo attends to a growing need in the mountainous jungle regions. Since the early 60s, thousands of campers have heard about Jesus. As of last year, we are building a home for street boys on this site. Foreign work parties, camp rentals, and eco-tourism are providing the funds needed to make this a reality. From here we moved east, over the Andes and into the Amazon basin. Iquitos, like Lima, has a large population of street boys living in desperate conditions, and the time had come when we could expand a bit, so we chose this exciting city. God provided Porto Alegria, Port Happiness, home of a growing number of very needy boys. Each child has his own story, mi verdad, my truth. Sharing this story, the only thing they can claim their own, is a huge step. But an even bigger step comes when a child chooses to commit his life to Christ and trust Him with his future. Martín, a 9-year-old, whom we found walking the streets of Iquitos, bears his soul in a poem that draws from the past, reveals a new hope, and reflects his deepest feelings.
Hola, muy buenos días. Soy Martín.
Hi, good morning. My name is Martín Armando Melendez Gomez. I am from Scripture Union and I live in a home for abandoned boys. My mom is somewhere working. And my dad, well, I don't know anything about my dad. But I stay strong because Scripture Union supports me, and that's why I'd like to dedicate this poem to all my brothers who are here. It goes, enough already with the mistakes we make as people. If we were animals, we'd be forgiven. Christ, you are in heaven, but the nails you had one day still hurt you. When you see the world you made so beautiful, it was paradise, now turned to flames that won't go out. All men have hatred. All men want gold. Is there no love that is sincere? You as God, suffering with strong arms spread, waiting for a sinner. From where once a flower grew, now only blood and anger lives. From where once a mother gave her child love, now only hatred and misunderstanding exist. From where once we had a faithful friend, now even that is insincere. Christ, I believe in you. While there are people whose hearts beat with love, the world you wanted to see, we can touch, but for that we must begin to love. Thank you.